Hi, I am Dr. Raghava Dutt. I am a practicing spine surgeon at Udai Omni Hospital. Today I will say a few words about the importance of taking a second opinion. We Indians are very emotional and we have this age-old saying, Vaidyo Narayano Hari. I have been contemplating about this for over decades. Is this true? How can a doctor be compared to God, the Almighty? Some say that we are next to God. I always wondered that doctor, a plumber, an electrician, a lawyer, a businessman, an engineer, everybody is equal. We all have an equal responsibility towards ourselves and to the humanity in general. And as doctors, we have a tremendous responsibility towards our patients. That does not mean that we are gods or we are next to gods. No, never. We are human beings like you. We work hard to become doctors. We work hard to pass our exams. We work hard to obtain our degrees and do apprenticeship for a long time. For example, you have to work very hard for almost a decade to be a good spine surgeon. We need to travel to various centers of excellence and then get trained, do apprenticeship, and then that's how we start our spine careers. That certainly does not make us experienced. That certainly does not make us next to God. It takes one hell of a time and a very long years of wisdom, knowledge, education to become a good spine surgeon. So when you go to a doctor, you instantly like him if he does a good surgery and if your relative or yourself feel better after the surgery, you will go and tell everybody that he is God, he's done a fantastic job, he's a great guy. And unfortunately, if a 1 in 1,000 or 2,000 surgeries go wrong, for example, a surgery gets infected, which can happen anywhere in the world, or if there is a complication during spine surgery, you have exactly opposite view of the same doctor whom you loved all these years and praised everywhere. So to an average Indian, either we are gods or we are devils. Today I am going to tell you we are neither. How do you judge a doctor? How do you know whether he is giving you good advice? For example, in Hinduism, we criticize our own gods for their actions. So nobody is perfect in the world. So whenever you are in doubt about what the doctor said, the first thing you should do is to go home, shut all the doors, switch off your cell phone and think for 5 minutes. What is my problem? What did the doctor tell me about the treatment of my problem? Why did he say that I required surgery? What did he say about the complications of this surgery? What did he say about the technology that is used for this surgery that he is going to do for me? Or even if he said that I don't require surgery, I went to him 3 times, I am not getting better, then what should I do? If you are in doubt, you must take a second opinion. As one of our ISRO directors has said, human body is more complex than the moon missions that our scientists are undertaking. Spine is an extremely complex organ. When you go to a doctor, write down clearly what your problem is. Do not waste your time and the doctor's time by deviating from your problem. Seek answers to your questions. But if you have doubts also about the complications, ask him what the complications are. Do not talk to every Tom, Dick and Harry about spine surgeries, because they will give their own or their friends' experiences. With all this information, if you sit for 5 minutes calmly and quietly, you'll get the answer. If you are still not sure, you must take a second opinion. Doctor community is very unhappy when patients go to another doctor. That should not be the case. Patient has a right to go for a second opinion. So when you go to the doctor for a second opinion, whom should you go to? In my opinion, you go to a doctor who has experience in spine surgeries, who has an academic background, who does research, who presents in conferences, and who publishes a lot of his work. These are the doctors who are very up to date with their knowledge. That's the first criteria when you do a check on these doctors. In my view, you should not completely go by Google reviews, because Google reviews will tell you only a part of the story. For example, you will never know the surgical skills of a doctor, because you will never access or understand his surgical techniques and methods of his surgery. So certainly go by the reviews, but to an extent only. Listen to your friends and family members, what they talk about this doctor. And above all, you should visit a doctor who works in teams. Most doctors who work in spine teams, they are usually up to date. They discuss amongst themselves about what is best for their patient and come usually to a common consensus and give opinion and follow that method, that consensual method of treatment for their patients. So do not hesitate. When in doubt, take a second opinion. Wish you all a very good health and above all, good spine health.